Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your post-match reaction. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2. Look, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed, but if you're expecting a rant, if you're expecting me to call people out, you're expecting me to just, throw the dummy, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I still fully believe in my team. I still fully believe we're title challengers. No matter what people say, we deserve to win that game. We really did. We should have scored a lot more goals. That second half, we blitzed Brentford. Their nonsense strategy of going long throw-ins, which is fine. Fair enough. It's not like you're not allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. But there were some defensive lapses today. We didn't defend well enough as a unit. Any other day, we see this out. At 2-1, we did a fantastic job to make it 2-1. And honestly, at that point, it really even shouldn't be 2-1. It should be 3-1, maybe even 4-1. Squandered a few chances in the second half. I'm like, a lot of people are so annoyed, so upset. I'm going to try and keep it as balanced as possible. Don't get me wrong. Do we have flaws in our team? Of course we have flaws in our team. Of course we do. People concerned about our defense. If anything, over the last 4 or 5 months, our defense, if you have a look, you watch, and stats-wise, our defense has actually been one of the better parts of our game. We have flaws. I'm not denying it, but we have a lot of positives. Plenty of positives. In this game, sure, it's disappointing the way it all ended. It is disappointing. Brentford, it's not like they played us off the park. No. Let's start from the top. The lineup. Lots of people upset about the lineup. And when you ask people, what would your lineup be? It's pretty much identical. Some people even say, Miz, I would have started Estevan Willian. This is the state of some parts of our fan base. Not knowing Estevan Willian is sick. The game's on, certain brothers are coming out and saying, I would have started Estevan Willian. They have no awareness that he's sick. If you look at the only position that you could have had a bit of contention, excuse me, is the Fofana selection. You could have probably gone with Malo Gusto. But I get why maybe Malo Gusto wasn't preferred. Maybe, Brentford with their long throw-ins and a lot of set pieces. You want more defenders. You want a bit of height. I get that. So I understand that. Some people might say, but why didn't Reece James start? Well, Reece James literally played 2 games back-to-back for England. We need to manage Reece James. We are managing him. If you guys don't know, breaking news. We managed Reece James. Reece James has missed a lot of football. We manage him. So it's understandable that Reece James didn't start. It's maybe somewhat understandable that Malo Gusto didn't start. Who would have thought that Fofana would have dropped a stinker? Who would have thought? You'd think, okay, fine. We bought him for a lot of money. He's now fit. Let's play. And I'm sorry to all the people that think he played right back. No, he didn't play right back. He played RCB. In the first half, we played with on the ball 3 at the back. In the second half, we played 2 at the back, 2 CBs. And both the fullbacks either got bombing forward or they were inverting because we were chasing the game. But Fofana, who would have thought he would have dropped a sinker? You'd back him to do well. He didn't do well. The goal that we conceded, the first one, Shard, by the way, very good player. I won't be surprised if down the track Chelsea gets, linked with Shard. That ball from midfield towards Shard, Tosin shouldn't be the one who gets dragged down. Fofana should be tracking back, galloping down, recovering to make sure that Shard's taken care of and Tosin can stay in his position. Tosin should have done better as well. Don't get me wrong. Literally, a few matches ago, I was just saying, and a lot of you guys agreed. I said, you know what? The one player that I complained a lot about was Tosin last season. But I feel like Tosin's improved. But yes, Tosin, in the last couple of matches, the Fulham one, which was disallowed and rightly disallowed, Josh King, Tosin should have done better. That was that went in. Not a goal. Disallowed, rightly so. This game, similarly, Shard, Tosin showing too much space. Should be a lot more tighter. But as I said, Fofana should be a lot tighter, closer to Shard. He was jogging. Tosin and Chalobah, we know they've defended better previously. We know. Let's not pretend. Let's not sit here and go, oh, no, but these guys are numpties. I'm not saying these guys are world beaters, but they're not rubbish defenders. Some people are having issues with Jarrell Hatter starting. I thought we wanted depth. I saw so many people so excited. Yeah, Jarrell Hatter. Yeah. So Jarrell Hatter started. What's the problem there now? Cucurella plays a lot of games. Justified that Jarrell Hatter started. No problems. Caicedo started. Enzo Fernandez started. Cole Palmer just returned back from injury. Probably wasn't fit enough to play more than whatever minutes he got. 20, 25 minutes. 30 minutes, whatever. João Pedro started. The lineup literally, like, there wasn't any problems. There wasn't any problems with the lineup. Gittins dropped a stinker. A lot of you guys said, oh, but Miz, why are you talking down on Gittins? I told you guys when we got Gittins in the transfer window that, look, I think he's a good player, but we could do better. But now that he's a Chelsea player, okay, let's go. Give him a chance. Now people got problem with Gittins. He did drop a stinker. Kato dropped a stinker. Didn't expect that, but he did. Got hooked off at halftime. And in the first half, Bonanote, by the way, some nice, positive points. Bonanote, I thought, was okay in moments. First half, there was a lovely ball that he squared for João Pedro. João Pedro should have scored. João Pedro looked tired. Even then, he got himself an assist for Cole Palmer's goal. But Bonanote, he squared a lovely ball. This was at 0-0 in the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Lovely. Bonanote got into the box, squared the ball for João Pedro, and João Pedro should have scored. That should have been 1-0 for us. Then they go and score. And then just before the first half ended, we played a lovely, intricate, sequence of play through the middle. And the ball fell for Bonanote, who I felt should have taken a shot. Instead, passed it to Enzo Fernandez, and Enzo Fernandez took a shot with his left foot when he really should have let that ball go for Gittins to hit it with his right. And that could have been something there. That could have been an equalizer for us. A lot of people are upset. Oh, Enzo Maresca's got no idea. What else would he have done? People are like, oh, Enzo Maresca's got no idea when it comes to low blocks. Which manager has so many ideas when it comes to low blocks? Which team is willy-nilly opening low blocks? Low blocks is not a Chelsea problem. Low blocks is a football problem. Low blocks is a problem for many clubs out there. People think, oh, but why aren't we playing fast? You know how when you've got 5 set of defenders, then another 3 right in front, and then 2 more, literally the entire squad sitting deep, it's not that easy to just pass the ball quick. It's not about, and you don't want to be too quick because the opposition are set up in a way where if you make one error in your pass, you're then open to be done because you've thrown all the body in between all of these defenders. You make a mistake, the team that is sitting can then explode into a counter. You have to be careful. People don't seem to think, and even then, we had a couple of chances in the first half. Okay, no problems. Let's wipe away the first half. Let's say, yeah, not good enough. Not good enough. Sure, not good enough. Second half, we've absolutely blitzed Brentford. There's been multiple chances. Tyreek George had a chance. Cole Palmer had a second chance. He should have scored 2. Cole Palmer from the Pedro Neto cut back in. João Pedro doing the decoy run. Cole Palmer, that's a goal. That's 3-1. That's a goal. And at 3-1, Brentford's morale would just been shattered. There was only a few more minutes to go. Yeah, we didn't defend well, especially the long throw-ins. We didn't defend well. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying we didn't defend well. Have we seen us defend better? Of course we have. Let's not pretend, oh, I've never seen them defend better. Of course we've seen them defend better. This is why I'm not going to come here and just pick up the mic and just go, Chelsea shit, Chelsea's crap, Chelsea everything, sack everyone. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. We should have won this game. Unlucky situation. To be honest, Garnacho, he should have been switched on. He was just ball watching. Garnacho shouldn't keep Carvalho all unmarked for that equalizer. Garnacho should be watching. Oh, damn, danger. Let's get in. Garnacho's just ball watching. But look, Garnacho came off the bench. He looked lively. Defensively, he needs to now switch on. Caicedo with an absolute screamer. Boss. So many positives. Lots of things to talk about. Caicedo was an animal. On the ball, off the ball, was an animal. And what a goal from Caicedo. Good to see Cole Palmer coming in with a goal as well. Lovely goal from Cole Palmer. João Pedro knocked down with his header and Cole Palmer was there, slotted away. I was so pumped at that moment, man, when we came back, because so many of you guys in the live chat I saw in the watch along, you didn't believe. You gave up at 1-0. You gave up. That's why I wasn't worried at halftime. I was like, no, I'm not looking at this opposition and thinking, oh my God, I'm so worried now. I'm not. I'm looking at the opposition going, you're nothing. You're no one. We're going to beat you. And we should have. And we were. João Pedro was tired, and even then he looked all right. I guess some of the contentions that you can talk about is, why is Tyreek George in the squad and Mark Hughes not in the squad? Now, I don't know. Some people have said that Mark Hughes is maybe ill. Some people have said that Mark Hughes is not rated by Enzo Maresca. If that's the case, why has Enzo Maresca and Chelsea called back Mark Hughes? And when you were looking to get rid of Tyreek George, why is Tyreek George playing in striker positions? But you know what? I'm not even talking about Tyreek George. Why is he in striker positions? He also had a chance in the second half where his shot was, he didn't even shoot properly. That's got nothing to do with you being a striker. You playing in a striker position, it doesn't mean all of a sudden now I don't know how to shoot. You should still know the bare basics of how to connect the ball properly. That should have been a goal. Tyreek George should have scored a goal. People are like, oh my God, Miz, how can you say we're still title contenders? Why not? There's a lot of good in this team. Yes, there's a few flaws. I'm not denying it, but there's a lot of good. Tell me one team out there in the Premier League right now, after 4 matches, people are losing their mind, right? Which team is like glaringly screaming out to you, oh my God, they look flawless? Not a single team in this Premier League team look flawless. Not a single team. Liverpool still have their flaws. They look magnificent going forward. There are a lot of artillery, sure. They got flaws. Liverpool probably should have, Bournemouth should have got something against Liverpool. Liverpool they can look dodgy. Arsenal didn't want to play football against Liverpool. Man City look like they're in trouble. Spurs are up and down. They won today, but just before the international break, they lost. Arsenal, sure, yeah, they took care of Nottingham Forest, but let's be honest, I was watching that match. Nottingham Forest, prior to that Zubimendi screamer, they were holding their ground, and injury to Ola Aina, my brother who was on that left side was getting cooked by Madueke. He wasn't even a fullback, he's a centre-back. Honestly, like there's not one team in the Premier League that you can see, oh my God, no flaws. They're going to run away. Yeah, you can say, okay, Liverpool are favourites. Our team in a sort of holistic view, totality, it doesn't look bad, man. Let's stop pretending that it's such a poor squad. It's got a lot of good players, a lot of good, threats, whether it's attackingly or from a defensive standpoint. We've got good players. We have certain distinct issues. Sure, I'm not denying that. But it's still very good enough to compete for the Premier League title. I'm not saying go. I believe the team can win the Premier League title. I'm just saying we should be in the mix, and we are in the mix. We're 8 points. The leader is Arsenal with 9 points. We're in the mix. Early days. I'm not going to lose my mind. I don't think there's a huge glaring issue somewhere. We should have won this game today. We deserve to win. I don't think Brentford deserved a draw. I really don't think they've done enough in this game. I'm sorry. We should have scored a lot more goals. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed we didn't win. I'm disappointed. I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to call out people. I'm sorry. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. You do you. Don't ask me to do this because I believe that this team is got the quality and it's got the mentality now as well. Being 1-0 down, someone said, oh, under pressure, this team cracks. Literally under pressure, we came back to make it 2-1. The problem is we should have made it 3-1, 4-1. And generally, we defend better collectively. Today, we didn't. Today, we didn't. And that's how I'm going to end it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Comment. If you agree, if you disagree, comment. Just keep it respectful. Keep it respectful. That's all I ask for. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.